Assalamu alaikum, students of grade 6 and all the students who are gonna watch this video out. I hope you guys are in great health and working hard for your upcoming online exams and for your video presentations. We have gotten some of the video presentations and those were incredible. So I want more responses. The students who have not sent us yet, I want everybody to send the videos on time, and we will show it to others as well. So girls and guys, it's online lecture 20th of geography grade 6, and currently we are studying second chapter, that is Earth as a home to human beings. And today we are gonna talk about the world of living things and human beings. So before starting this, let's talk about our previous lecture. And in previous lecture we talked about the physical landscapes and human beings. That was on page 35 of your second chapter, where we talked about the population of Earth, that was about 77 billion. And we also talked about some areas of the world, like some areas are populated, some are overpopulated, and some are less populated. We also talked about some areas are hilly, some are not, and it's all because of the landscapes, right? And we also talked about hilly areas get more chances of earthquakes, okay? And we also talked about the areas of high altitude have low temperatures and area of low altitude have high temperatures. And I also have given you example of Russia, that is Russia is very good example of how landscapes affect human settlements. Clear? So different landscapes have different temperatures, and the reason behind the fluctuations, the areas which are populated, which are overpopulated, and which are less populated, and the reason behind is the physical landscape. So girls and guys, in today's lecture we are going to talk about how living things affect human beings. Apart from human beings, there are many other living things as well, for example animals and plants, and we are going to talk about these things. So let's get started. So have your loose sheets, pen, registers, and start noting down the important points. Here you go. Let me read for you what your book title says. The living world and human beings. As I told you before, apart from human beings, there are many other living creatures as well. For example, animals, plants, and insects. So humans are not the only living species in the world. There are a number of other species as well. All of these living things depend on each other deeply. Animals and plants provide food to the human beings. Look, animals and plants both are living things, and human beings are living creature as well. So humans depend on animals and plants in order to get food. So they both depend on each other in some ways. Animals also have been used as a conveyance. It means, like back in time, if you go to the history, when there were no cars, when there were no buses, trucks, or bicycles, people used to travel on horseback, right? And on camels as well. So they used animals as conveyance back in time. For example, horses have been used by people throughout the history for conveyance. They have also been used by armies. Girls and guys, in our previous video I showed you the battle of Panipat, right? The second battle of Panipat, where both forces were fighting with the help of elephants and horses, right? The Mughal Emperor Akbar was sitting on a horse, and Himu on other side was sitting on elephant, and both forces had a wild war. At the end, Mughal Emperor 1. So I mean to say that they used horses and elephants in wars as well. Other animals such as cows, goats, sheep, etc. are domesticated by people for meat and dairy products. Right, girls and guys, you know it very well. You guys are fully aware of it that we get dairy products from cows, and we also get to eat meat of animals. Animals such as dogs are kept for God. Have you seen? I have seen my many friends and some relatives. They have dogs at their home, and some people use dogs as security guards, and some people just have dogs at their home for the love of dogs, but some use them as a security and for the safety purposes as well. So in your book there was an interesting fact that I want to share with you all. So your book is saying that people of Indus Valley civilization did not know about the existence of horses. Means the people of Indus Valley didn't know about the horses. They haven't seen the horses ever. So when Aryans attacked them with horses, and I mean when they were attacked by the Aryans, they were stunned, or because they since they have not seen the horses in their lifetime, so they were very surprised when they saw the horses. They thought they were large dogs. So this is kind of summary. You can say that the living world and the human beings. Let's talk more about it. So girls and guys, as I told you before that humans get food from animals and plants. So here we're gonna see how do humans get food from plants and how do humans get food from animals. So let's talk about how do humans get food from plants. So girls and guys, plants are a source of a wide variety of nutrients required to keep the human body in perfect working condition. Human consumes everything from fruits, flowers, even the stem of some plants, leaves and stem like lettuce, celery, roots of some plants like carrots, and seeds like wheat, rice, etc. All food comes from plants. Even the animals depend on plants. Hence, we obtain food from plants directly or indirectly. The reason one is advised to consume fruits and vegetables on a daily basis is that it is a source of nutrients, rich nutrients. So it is very healthy, girls and guys, to have fruits like every day, because fruits keep you fit, healthy, and fresh. Plants provide us vegetables, coffee, cereals, pulses, fruits, sugar, spices, oil, etc. So we depend on these things. Like in every day we used to eat these things. We cannot stay alive without consuming these things all. So girls and guys, different parts of the plants provide different food materials. For example, let's talk about vegetables. So vegetables are obtained from the plants. Some nutrient-rich vegetables such as beetroot, turnip, spinach, cauliflower, etc. are obtained from plants. Roots, leaves, and stem of some plants are edible. For example, roots of turnip, carrot, beetroot are edible and are eaten as vegetables. So, stem of potato, ginger are the stems that are eaten as vegetables. So spinach, cabbage, lettuce are the leaves eaten as vegetables. So human used to eat these things in every day. So broccoli and cauliflower are the flowers eaten in form of vegetables. People used to have them in salads. So fruits are a healthy source of food from plants. We get fruits from plants. So orange, mango, apple, grapes are some of the fruits consumed by humans. So cereals include rice, wheat, maize, barley, etc. These are a rich source of nutrients provided by plants. So humans consume these things daily. And then we get tea and coffee, and then we get oil can be extracted from the seeds and leaves of the plants. Some of the plants producing oil are castor, mustard, and sunflower. So spices, we get spices from plants as well, and we use in cooking purposes. For example, cinnamon, pepper, clove, cumin seeds, etc. So girls and guys, the foods that we obtain from plants include fruits, vegetables, right, wheat, maize, pulses, and other food crops are highly rich in proteins, fibers, and carbohydrates. And there are more than 3 lakh edible plant species in the world. However, only 300 species are eaten by humans around the world. So here I told you how humans depend on plants in order to get food, to stay alive. Now let's talk about how do humans depend on animals for food. So girls and guys, the food that we obtain from animals provides a variety of micronutrients that are difficult to obtain from plant sources. So the food obtained by them is highly nutritious and rich in vitamins and proteins. The food obtained from animals include beef, meat, eggs, milk, and chicken, and these products are highly nutritious and rich in proteins and fats. For example, let's talk about meat. Meat is rich in proteins, vitamins, zinc, phosphorus, and iron. And eggs are a rich source of protein and vitamins. So milk is also called as an ideal food. It is rich in vitamins, minerals, protein, carbohydrates, and fats. So these are the foods that we get. These are the food products that we get from animals. So in this way, humans are dependent on animals for getting food. So that's all for today's lecture. Let me have a quick review of today's lecture. So today we talked about the living things and human beings, where we got to study how do humans get food from animals, and then how do humans get foods from plants. We have learned about different food products that humans obtain from animals and plants. So in our upcoming video, we are going to talk about how animals and plants depend on humans. So for your assignment, I'm going to give you 2 questions. So question 1 is, name the animals that are domesticated by the people for different purposes. So next is, enlist the food products that humans obtain from animals and plants. So thank you very much, guys and girls, for watching this video out, and keep working hard, stay hydrated, and take great care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.